Yo, 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 yo. You know what time it is? Time to drop the meals, dog. Alright, today's meals, man. It's about staying on course. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to stay on course on the path that you're going down. Because a lot of times, we all get thrown off and we get pushed into different directions to where we don't even know what path we supposed to take. You at that crossroads, you know what I'm saying? And you just at that state of mind, like, man, it can go any way. But if you ever seen like the movie The Wizard of Oz, that's a good example right there. I like that one. The Wizard of Oz. And y'all remember when Dorothy got blown away by that tornado? Her and her dog Toto. And they got, well, it's two versions. You got the black version of the Wizard of Oz, which is called The Wiz. I don't know if anybody's seen that one. That one got Michael Jackson and Diana Ross playing Dorothy. But you got the Caucasian version as well. You know, that's with the green face witch and the little Oompa Loompas. Well, Oompa Loompas really walk in the chocolate factory, but you know, the little people. But anyway, long story short on that. You know how Dorothy and her companions, from the Scarecrow to the Lion and the Tin Man, when they got together, they was all on one specific mission. And it was find what they need in life. One of them needed to get home, which was Dorothy. One of them needed some courage, which was the Lion. One of them was searching for some brain, which was the Scarecrow. And one of them was looking for a heart, which was the Tin Man. Okay? So, with that being said, they all came together at divine timing. And they all had to work together to get to one specific spot. Because they all was going to the same spot. So they had to work together. And that one spot, they was trying to get to the Wiz. You know? And on a mission, they got thrown off course a lot of times, right? And every time that they lost their place in life, they had to do what? They had to go back to the drawing board of doing what, though? Following the yellow brick road, right? Okay, now, let's make it make sense. So, the yellow brick road was their guiding light, was their path, was their map to get them where they need to be to get to the Wiz so they can get what they needed from the Wiz, right? Okay. But if we all think about the movie The Wizard of Oz and things like that, when they got to the end, what happened? It was a fluke, right? The Wiz wasn't even the person that he was supposed to be. He was a big fake. He was manipulating people to think that they had to do certain things, and they had to. The whole thing was to kill the Wicked Witch of the East or the West, one of the two. That was the whole thing that they was trying to do, right? Okay. But at the same time, it brought the four of them together. And what it did, it made a bond to where they was best friends. They became best friends. They each was able to point out each other's flaws to make sure that did nobody fall behind, did nobody get left out, and everybody stayed protected. When trouble came, they all stood there and protected each other. To where they realized deep down inside, they already had what they needed on the inside, right? So, what if life, if we following our yellow brick road of life, what if it's just leading us to something that we already know, which is ourselves? Make it make sense. They ain't even need to go see the Wiz. They ain't even need to go see the wizard because only thing that it took was for them to believe in themselves. They had everything they needed inside them already to where they didn't need to go see no wiz. They ain't have to go see no doctor. It was all in their head pretty much. They had to get pushed into that mind frame to where they already knew that they had it. They knew that they were good. They knew that they already had that knowledge. They already had the courage. They already had the heart. And all Dorothy had to do was what? Click her heels 2 times and she could have went home. She didn't even know that. But guess what? She didn't even get the knowledge from the whiz. Guess who told her to click her heels 2 times? Her fairy godmother. So the person that she went to go see, that she was on the yellow brick road for, on the path and the journey, wasn't even the person that she was supposed to have been going to see anyway. She got the knowledge from her divine angel that came down and talked to her after she got to the finish line, that gave her that final step of what she needed to do. And guess what? As soon as she clicked them heels, them red slippers, what happened? She went back home to Kansas. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we doing. We making it make sense in 2026. And I want everybody to follow y'all path. Stay on the path y'all on. If y'all know y'all on a good path, if y'all know y'all doing things right, if you know that you're moving in the right direction, don't let nobody stray you off your path, man. Don't let no false illusions and false opportunities to throw you off your path to where you get sidetracked and then you get persuaded to go in another direction when you know for sure you're supposed to be following this yellow brick road. You feel me? We all do it. I fall victim of it all the time too. To where I probably could have been in a better position in life, but guess what? Everything happened for a reason to where now it's my winning season. It's always been my winning season, but at the same time, it's my winning season to where now I see it. I don't need to go see no wiz because my fairy godmother didn't already came and sprinkled the little messages and knowledge that I need to know to get down the rest of the path to get me back home, just like it did Dorothy. You feel me? But that's what we're doing in 2026. We're making it make sense. So if I just help y'all make it make sense with my MIMS today of staying on path, then like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what time it is. We dropping these MIMS. We out here. Make it make sense now. I'm out.